yourself if you want. And here's what the columns are going to be. So one is going to be the frequency column, right? The frequency. This is what's the energy and the feeling that you get from it, right? So what's the feeling that you get from this? That's what you were just practicing right there. The next thing is, what is the resistance, right? What is the resistance or the pressure, the additional pressure? So we know what the vehicle's feeling like. What is the pressure that comes beyond this, caused by this? And now we just have to do one thing. We have to harmonize this. How do we harmonize this and clean it up, right? Clean it so we can move it forward. So you could take this chart and you could start writing down cash, and you could write down checks, and you could write down bank statements, and you could write down credit cards, and you could write down maybe gold, and you could write down maybe jewelry, and you could write down maybe your house, and then maybe your car, and everything that has a monetary value can have a sense of wealth around it. My C8, yeah, right? And if we could start getting this, you tell me in the chat bar, if we create and harmonize our relationship here, and we create a brand new feeling around these vehicles, what will change in your ability to create, gain, magnetize in your own wealth? Tell me in the chat bar. Now, I know it's a new thing you're trying on, but I want you to hear it from me, someone who sold a $32 million business, okay? And someone who I think has done very, very well his entire life. And I'm not bragging, I'm sharing the understanding. At one time I harmonized, but I didn't know what I was doing. That's why I didn't share it like this ever before. Now, when I go back and I look at how my wife and I have been debt-free, no mortgage since we're 28, and I'm level 50 now. That's a long time with no mortgage and many houses later. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you right here, right on this page here, this understanding is the difference for money flowing in versus the resistance of pushing it away. If you stay in a sense of bad talk, bad feelings, poverty feeling. Now, I am not telling you, I am not the guy that's going to tell you, you gotta be it to get it, or whatever the hell they say. You gotta live it to get it. You should go buy yourself like a Lamborghini and be one of those guys that sits there, you know, the cool guy, right? Sits on the hood. He's got the Starbucks coffee and he's like, check me out. And I'm like, I'm looking at you. I'm just not quite sure what I'm feeling here right now. You know these people, right? And the fact is, you know, some people are really impressed by it. Yeah, fake it till you make it. Well, I don't know that. How about this? How about we understand it and then we just receive it with no pain, no punishment, no guilt, no judgment? Wouldn't that feel good? Like that you could just receive it without all of those feelings? Let's talk about now, like, there's way more levels to wealth than this. This is one level. And I know that people right away, they want to say health is wealth. I don't think it's one thing, okay? I think it's this. I think it's all things. I think it's all things. And I believe it universally works together. Now, you've probably have seen different models of this before. And yeah, we have the money and finance right here. But I believe if you take this concept of frequency and resistance and the thought of harmonizing it, what would it look like if we harmonized all of these things? Because you tell me, if you don't harmonize your partner, right? Your relationship and your love of yourself, love of someone else, Do you think that that could possibly cause some resistance right here? What do you think in your money and finance? You tell me in the chat bar. You tell me. I don't want to tell you. Do you think if we have resistance there, maybe it's creating 100%, 100%. And if you look at all the aspects of this, you could go anywhere you want on this and show that this here, this out of alignment, this resistance that we have, this past understanding that we have is caused a whole lot of things here. And just think how far back it could go for all of you. I mean, did you ever hear anything about, oh, we were famished, right? And then the locust, and then we were eating porridge. And how much of that resistance was gifted to you? Was anybody gifted any resistance as a kid? You're not going to eat all those things? Starving children all over the world, you know. Oh my God, guilt me into eating it, please. That's going to serve me. And when I grow up, that guilt will feel really good. You want to go to where the starving people are? Like, is that what you want to do? Oh, thank you for the guilt, parents. Thank you for the guilt, friends. No, that creates trauma. But here's the goal. Here's the main thing. Doesn't matter what age you are. Doesn't matter at what point you are in time. You could change this relationship. Or you could reinforce the one that you have. You know what the one that they love to give you? It's this. They're only giving everybody $600. I get that may not be enough for you because you got $500 worth of shit you didn't need in your Amazon cart. And you got a $1,000 cell phone that you probably could live without. And you got $500 sneakers and a kick-ass watch and some $300 earbuds. I get the $600 may not work for everybody, but let's reinforce it and make it pain. And guess what? Let's co-support each other. We'll tell everyone else and we'll create a magnet of resistance. Do you know these parties? Have you joined any of them before? The conversation of the resistance party? I always say this. Why don't we have a different conversation and see how can we create a new relationship? You know what I want to hear? I want to hear someone who got the $600 and turned it into 60,000. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want the person to private message me on Facebook. I just got $600, Mike. Tell me how to make it into 600,000. I'm like, let's create a new relationship with money. Let's create a new understanding about all these aspects right here. That's how you change the world. You change the world not by giving $20 to someone who needs $20. It's by giving them $20 and teaching them how to double, triple, and compound that. Now that's how you remove suffering and all this stuff. Giving meals is great. Teaching them how to create an endless production of food, that to me sounds a whole lot smarter. Hey, what's up, Matt? Nice to see you, brother. Tell me what's sticking out for you, everybody. Type in the chat bar. I want to know what's sticking out for you, and then I'm going to give you some action items so that you have a blueprint to move forward with, something to start working on, to start changing this thing, to start shifting everything the way you think about money. The guy who did Kentucky Fried Chicken, how old was he when he, oh, no, not that guy. Wait, how old was the guy that created McDonald's? I just want to remember. What was his name? He was like 55 years old, right? 55. You know, here's Ray Kroc, right? Here's what I love. You know, there's some kid today, probably in the world, that's 10 or 12 years old. You see him on Shark Tank and different things that like just became a millionaire. They're 12. And you know what else? There's somebody in their late 90s or 100 who also has made millions of dollars too and just created something. The resistance of age alone has created one of the greatest resistance to wealth of all time. Why do you think we say level 50 versus 50 years old, right? That falls right into here. It falls into your creation. It falls into your energy, and it's going to bring everything forward for you. Can I give you some action items? Let's give you some, Kathy Ryan, what's up? If anybody's looking for just a badass health, someone who understands health and just, she's my secret weapon. If anybody wants to connect, let me know. She's my whole family's secret weapon. So if you're looking for anybody to get your health on this thing to the next level, she's really, really awesome. She's really awesome. So just hit me up, private message on Telegram, Okay. All right. Let's